they have ruled Suiter committed suicide. So that means the commissioner is officially closing this case.
And you may remember the state police investigation was launched after doubts about how Suiter died.
That's right. WJZ is live tonight. Ava Joy Burnett was there as the family spoke out about these new developments for the very first time. Ava Joy.
They just spoke within the last hour, and they are absolutely outraged about this. They do not believe Detective Sean Suiter committed suicide. Now, his attorney, his kids, and his widow, they just reacted to us. Here's what else we know right now.
How many times y'all gonna kill my husband?
Detective Sean Suiter's widow and his children are outraged after Maryland State Police concluded that the detective killed himself. Detective Suiter was shot almost 2 years ago while he was investigating a triple murder in West Baltimore. And at the time, the department shut down the neighborhood searching for a suspect who was never found. Today, after state police concluded Suiter killed himself, the family and their attorney criticized the process. They say investigators never interviewed the family.
There was no new research done. There was no new investigation done. You just, like Jeremy said, you put a rubber stamp on the same information that you already had.
BPD says they have accepted the results and that Detective Suiter's death was in fact a suicide. Commissioner Harrison said in a statement, given that and given similar findings by last year's independent review board, BPD's investigation into Detective Suiter's death is now closed. He went on to say, regardless of the circumstances, Detective Suiter's death was a tragedy and we will continue to keep him and his family in our thoughts and prayers. Detective Suiter died just a day before he was set to testify in a federal case against a gun trace task force. Earlier this year, Detective Suiter's widow told WJZ she thinks his death was an inside job and that she doesn't believe he killed himself.
Everyone is making the assumption that because Sean was lined up to potentially be a witness in the prosecution of the gun trace task force, that made him a suspect. And that is factually incorrect.
Now, the medical examiner previously ruled that Detective Suiter's death was a homicide and not a suicide. Earlier today, the attorney said he believes that ruling will stand. Live at 7, Ava Joy Burnett for WJZ.